Everything that I do that's creative comes from the same place. It all comes from that same place that just sort of comes down, and then it comes through, and then I try to force everybody to think that it's a good idea. I just always was a very visual person. I could take in and I could see and be inspired by other people very easily. I've always been very, very interested in culture. All of our heartbeats are the same around the world, and I loved to kind of take from those different cultures and make them mine. I'm a fan of that. Like, that represents who I am. The word business makes me nervous. I don't see myself as a business person. I love to collaborate with people. I always feel like when I get in a room with somebody, whether it is to write a song or a stylist or a makeup artist, it's always like in my mind, is this gonna be this legacy moment? Music is my truth, and music is me trying to just connect with the world. I'm just so grateful to be able to be a designer, to be, to write music, and that people care.
My wish for everybody in this room is that you get to meet Gwen Stefani one of these days. I am proud to present this Matrix Award to a woman with 3 Grammys, 4 VMAs, a Las Vegas residency, 2 fashion lines, a beauty line, and a strong sense of self, who's helped pave the way for women in rock. My favorite person, Gwen Stefani, everybody.
Obviously, my favorite award ever, Blake Shelton. Thank you for marrying me. Wow. This is surreal. Weird, Blake talking about me like that. Thank you so much. You're such a babe, and you're so awesome, and I'm so grateful to be here. I guess I need to read, too. Let me see if I can do this. First of all, thank you so much to New York Women in Communications and the Matrix Award Selection Committee. I'm so grateful. I'm honored. I cannot believe that I'm being recognized tonight alongside all these incredible honorees. And when I think about it, I say to myself, why me? I mean, honestly, how did this happen to me? How did I get this blessed? I grew up in Anaheim, California. I didn't have big dreams. They were little teeny tiny dreams, and I was very naive. I had a very loving family that definitely, my parents encouraged creativity. I was surrounded by music and art, but I just was always just very much me and very clear on what I liked and very, very aware of what I wasn't good at. So I barely made it out of high school. I mean, I found school so hard, so challenging. I don't even know, I was sinking, but I was a passive person. I think what saved me was I had an incredibly talented older brother who was my hero, and I did whatever he told me to do. And he said, we're gonna start a band, and you're gonna sing, and that was the beginning of the rest of my life. So here we are at the Matrix Awards. It's just like, what? My parents always told me that music was not something that you do as a career. It is a hobby, and nobody makes it. So for me, music was just a fun procrastination from trying to figure out what I was going to be when I grow up. And I thought I could maybe work at the makeup counter. I could be a hairdresser. I never, ever even dreamed about being a songwriter or that music could be a career for me. Now when I look back to the younger me, I realized that I was actually, I kind of saw the world differently. And a lot of this I didn't understand at the time, and I didn't have a name for it back then. But being dyslexic definitely has had its challenges for me in my life. And I will say the dyslexic advantage has probably made me who I am. The moment I wrote my first song, which, by the way, I had no idea that I could do that. I didn't even know how I did it. It just happened, and it unlocked something inside me. It was like I discovered my talent, my purpose, like a gift I didn't even know that I had. So, I struggled my whole life with spelling. I swear it was just like impossible, yet then I went on to teach the whole world how to spell bananas. So this is just, it doesn't make any sense. They also said that it would take an act of God, for no doubt, to be played on the radio, and Just a Girl was on the radio 9 years later, so God is real. People always ask me, and I'm always asking myself, like, how? And when I really try to dissect it and look back, I was just being me. Like, the more I was me, the more I was winning, and I wasn't even trying. It was just happening to me. So we never thought anyone would hear what we were doing. We were not trying to be successful. I think maybe we made it because we were doing things, we were just pure. We were honest, and it was like, we weren't trying to do something that someone developed. It was like this raw, homemade, different kind of music. It was the opposite of what was popular. So I guess maybe the truth of my heartache and somehow my story was just universal. I just knew that when I wrote those songs, it was like medicine for me, and it was the cure. So I have this unexpected, extraordinary life, and I'm just very ordinary, and that's just the truth of how I feel. And whether it's music or designing clothes, handbags, and now makeup, it all comes from the same place. And never in my wildest dreams did I ever think, that I would be a songwriter. But that I would even get the opportunity to be creative in other areas and start a business, in fashion, and now with Give Beauty. And I just have to say that one of the most incredible gifts of success that's ever happened is to be able to collaborate with other talented people, and that's when I truly feel that I have been my best. So thank you so much to all the incredible people that have gotten me to this point in my journey, and thank you to everybody that listened to my music all these years and inspired me to continue to be creative. It has been such an incredible exchange of love with all you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Blake. I love you guys. Thank you, Matrix. I love you.